Okay, so I just wanted to say a few things. Each individual is like a thumbprint, right? It's like a blueprint. So we're all given different abilities, and we're all given different subcategories of what we are capable of. Almost like processor, right? We have different functions and stuff, all which are serving a purpose. And we all have specialties. I'll put it that way. We all have specialties, and each and every single one of us some may have similar specialties as another, okay? But ultimately, when it comes to the bigger picture of everything, we all have different functions that we're to perform in order for everything collectively to run smoothly. So, for one person to sit there and let's say they're processing certain things and it's taken a while, right? While it's processing, while things are, uploading even or downloading, whatever you want to call it, if you're sitting there looking at another person who's already done the work and everything's functioning smoothly and they're already on their way, programs running, if you're looking over there and you're not paying attention to your own process, then you're going to run into some problems, if that makes sense. Basically, if we all have capabilities and we're all supposed to be doing our own thing. We're all supposed to be running at our own speed. We're all supposed to be accessing certain things we're supposed to access ourselves, not of other people's. We're all supposed to be running on our own program, and for certain individuals to want somebody else's life, I'm trying to find the words, for an individual not to look at themselves at all, okay? They haven't looked at themselves at all. And they're only looking outside of them at everybody else around them, comparatively, harshly judging themselves by thinking they're not value of anything. At this point in my life, I'm not even upset anymore. I'm not even upset anymore when somebody tries to steal from me or take from me or want what I have worked hard for, because it really gives me insight into that individual. And instead of me judging them harshly, it gives me a better understanding that, wow, this individual certainly does not see what I see in them. They do not value themselves the way I would value them. They do not hold any worth of their own existence, their own process, their own gifts, talents, and abilities that they have, that they can access. They don't even look at any of it. They're just so focused and determined, or they are so set on going after what somebody else has when they haven't even been grateful for their own process of what they're going through. It's difficult. Some of us have probably been through a lot of crap. And everybody has their story, yeah. I really don't like how people say that with an underlining, demeaning tone, or patronizing tone when they're like, well, everybody has their story, so like you don't have to whatever. It's dismissive, it's ignorant, it's harsh, it's, mean to yourself, because you're not even giving yourself a chance. Like when you act that way or say something like that to somebody else, then that's exactly how you feel about yourself too, meaning you don't think you deserve it. You don't think you deserve that at all. Anyways, what I'm getting at is there's way too many people that are focusing all their time, all their energy, all their effort, everything you could think of. And instead of investing any of that in themselves, if you were to think of yourself as a bank, instead of investing any of your energy, time, love, compassion, and gifts, talents, instead of investing in yourself, you're literally throwing it away to everything and everyone around you, trying to be or have something of somebody else's. Or worse off, the worst case scenario is that you've succumbed to, I'll call it negative energies, negative entities. Fuck, some people even call it a demon. You've succumbed to that much hatred or that much jealousy or anger or envy or any of that. We'll call that like an envy bug. You've succumbed to it so much that it's literally blinded you from your own worth, your own value. Like those individuals, have they stopped? Have they stopped and thought to themselves just for a second, what am I really good at? What can I do right now to make my situation freaking awesome, or at least make it comfortable enough until I figure something else out? Have those individuals stopped and thought, why am I wasting so much time hating on this person, trying to destroy them, instead of taking the steps I need to take in my own life to make this better for me? At what point do you become so overwhelmed with that envy or that hate, or understandably, we've all been through our traumas, but at some point the universe will sit you down or knock you to the ground. The universe will make your situation so unbearable, so uncomfortable, that you will have no choice but to make the changes necessary. It literally, the universe will literally, and from within outwards, so if you're your own world, you're your own universe, it's literally yourself sitting yourself down. You have to get to a certain point where your ass is getting handed to you, then that's literally you getting fed up of your own bullshit. I've had to break my ego down I don't know how many times. I've had to check myself. I've had to make sure that the things that I'm saying, I've looked at myself first. And even still, there's some things that I need to look at, which is okay. It's okay. And there's nothing wrong with it at all. Admitting shit to ourselves is not a weakness, it's a fucking strength. Being able to point out those weak spots and saying, this is a part of me, what can I do about it? How can I help myself? How can I use this to my advantage? Or how can I adjust certain things? That's not a weakness. You are literally standing up for yourself, even if nobody else will. You are your own savior. You are your own person, that's there for you. You are able to do that for yourself. It's understandable when people go through traumas, how much, even with the brainwashing on top of it all, how much damage can be done to a person, to have them so detached that they're not able to look at it like they're worth anything. I don't know if you're listening to this right now, but if anybody's listening to this and they see no worth or value in themselves at all, I'm literally telling you right now, snap out of it. You are special. You are worthy. You're very intelligent. You have value. You have worth. And you probably have gifts and talents and abilities and things that you know nothing about. Give yourself the chance. Give yourself the chance to prove to you, nobody else. You don't gotta prove shit to know. You don't owe nobody nothing. Reputation wise, anyways. Give yourself the chance to see how freaking amazing you are. It doesn't matter who's tried to beat you down. Fuck those people. They're obviously hurt too. And I don't know where I heard it, but yeah, hurt people do fucking hurt people. But they don't have to. Hurt people can understand what it's like so they don't have to hurt another person. Give yourself a chance. Give yourself the benefit of the doubt if nobody else will. If you've been beaten down, knocked down so many times, then you're not on the right fucking path. You're not around the right fucking people. The decisions you made maybe need to be recalculated or recalibrated or taken a look at. Maybe there's a lesson there that you should be learning. There's a possibility the ego is getting in the way, which is blinding you. There's a possibility you have traumas and things that you think that you don't need to heal, but really maybe you should have another look at to have a better understanding so you get your clarity and your closure so you can heal and move forward. Give yourself the chance. Do not let fear control you, because that's literally your own brain, your own self, that's doing it. Nobody else. Things can be installed in you or projected onto you or placed onto you, but ultimately, when you lift your right or left hand up, that's your brain. When you move your right or left foot, that's your brain. When you make words, sounds coming out of your mouth, your brain is doing the work. And you get to tell the brain what the fuck's gonna happen next. You get to decide. You, who you are. Your true essence, who you are. Remember something so sweet from your childhood that you did that you didn't expect nothing back from nobody. Just a kind gesture you did for somebody when you were a child. Remember how truly good you are. Remember that you were willing to love unconditionally without expecting anything in return. That's who you are. That's who the fuck you are at your core. Remember the good version of yourself, not the beat down, bitter one. Because this world has a way of making us all want to go in that direction and shit on everybody else. You don't need to shit on another person to be your best self. That's fucking retarded. Excuse the language. Give yourself a chance.